an unplanned segment to apologize, first of all.
Especially to Whitney, who's been trying to follow us this whole time, and my husband, who's a software engineer, I promise, is like trying to get her on. But I posted only to Jennifer Gilson.
Because
Jennifer,
she's our soulmate. You are a density.
You were amazing. You were our best fan. The whole time we were like, okay, good, it's finally going.
Oh, yay, people can see it. Okay.
And for anyone who's joining us live who just happens to be my friend, I do live writing webinars with
Heather Clark.
And my name is Nikki Taranfo, and we are talking to people who like to write novels, and maybe you're a closet writer, and this is for you. Otherwise, you can go, like, look up who you want to vote for the president, as if you don't already know, which maybe you don't. Sorry. We shouldn't talk about politics.
Nope.
Okay, we're going to tell you our favorite tips for how to tackle NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, and it starts
on November 1st.
Which is Tuesday.
And it includes Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And if you want to write your full 50,000 words to get your 50,000 word novel written by that time, that is 1,666 words per day.
Every day.
Right. Which, for me, if I'm doing actually like some pretty hardcore writing, if I know what I'm going to write about, half an hour, honestly.
Yeah,
to an hour, 45 minutes.
For me.
Yeah, and you know what? Nikki's tip. Go with your first tip about the morning.
Oh, right in the morning. So if you can, like I know that some people have kids that I have to get ready. I have kids that I have to get ready, but sometimes I wake up before I have to get up for them. So like I have to get up with them at 7:30. So I'll wake up at 7:15. I'll set an alarm and I'll grab a pencil and paper for me. That's just what works best for me. I don't even open my eyes. I just write down what I'm going to do in my scenes that day. I write down bits of dialogue. I write down descriptions of what people look like, just whatever suits my fancy.
Yeah, and what I do is the night before I prep for that morning writing by writing myself. I don't write myself to the end of a scene the night before, but I'll write myself like a line or two of where I want to be in scene the next day, and I leave myself hanging, and then I go to bed. I wake up in the morning when I'm groggy still and half hypnotic, and then I open up the laptop and I read those couple lines and I start typing. And it's before my internal editor can tell me that I'm a bad writer, that it's a crappy scene and all the rest.
Which it probably is.
No, but what's funny is I'll come back to it later in the day and I realize that the quality is just as good as stuff that I'm awake to prepare.
Oh, totally.
It is better to just let yourself go. So I agree.
Also, like when you're discovering the story, like it's okay. Like for your 50,000, just go ahead and let your pages fill up, and you might even highlight stuff as you're going and just be like, I've decided to go in a different direction, and eventually I'll delete this, but don't delete it yet. You've got plenty of time.
Let it be part of your words. Let it be part of what you've created. Good. You'll come back.
Yay, it's working. It's working. This is Heather Clark.
Hi.
John. Hello, John.
I'm Heather. We're teaching people awesome things about writing. So, other things about NaNoWrimo, one of my favorite things to do is 15-minute sprints. And I find that I get like a far greater burst of word count if I don't think that I have to write for a long period of time. I'm also more willing to sit down in the chair, and I'm also more able to tell my kids, 15 minutes, guys, and then just go sit down and take my 15 minutes. So I actually bought an hourglass timer that I wish I had here to show you, and it's actually an actual sand timer, and I love it. It's a 15-minute one, and I just put it next to me, and then I go, and I can glance at it and see that there's still time left, but I don't know how much time exactly, and then when it disappears, it's quiet, so I don't know, and if I'm on a roll at that point, I just keep going.
Oh, I set a timer on my phone. I also do 15 minutes, and I make myself get up at 15 minutes.
Oh, you stop.
Yeah, I make myself like jog around or walk or do some squats or something.
Okay.
I'm like
that's why Nikki has the figure that Nikki has.
That's not where that was going.
I know.
Supposedly doing physical activity makes your brain
no, just kidding. No, yeah, I agree though.
Better. I don't know. So sometimes I'll take like just a tiny little walk or whatever. I'll go.
And you can also set like word sprint competitions with people. Yes. I have like people online who are like my online writing partner, and like we'll say, okay, 15 minutes, go, and we'll type, and then we'll just compare like how many words did you get? How many words did you get?
That's never worked for me, just so you know. And the reason why it doesn't work for me is because I have to switch gears between like talking with somebody and being in my story, and I have a really hard time. Like when I want to be in my story, like I do not want to be talking to you.
Got it.
And I don't go on Facebook. I don't do anything. I got a ton of writing done today. But I'm not really ready for NaNoWrimo. So I'm going to be starting like a week late, so I probably won't be doing the whole 50,000. But okay.
Nikki, we are just talking, not Nikki, Whitney, we are very sorry that we ditched you. We are just talking about final tips for NaNoWrimo and making it successful for you.
Okay, yeah.
And if anybody has any great tips, please type them here and we'll
so what are your tips? Go ahead and write them down. But this is just a final, because Whitney, we already did all 4, and you can watch them anytime. They're on my Facebook feed, and I'll put them on my website. But we wanted to get together with you because we missed you so many times. So I'm sorry. But you know what? This is hard that they don't know when we start.
Right.
We're going to have to, we'll troubleshoot with
Find
you guys.
a way to tag everybody as it begins every time. I don't know.
Every time? Yeah, but I can't type that many names.
Right.
So anyway, this is still
maybe
a
next
learning.
time we won't do writing exercises. Maybe next time we'll just do a solid segment.
Yeah, maybe that's true. That's true. This one was a little difficult because we had to stop so many times to have you guys write, which was nice that we could start it again so easily. But anyway.
Somebody suggests that you take the week of Thanksgiving off from work. That's awesome. I like it.
You know what I always do too is I always try to double up in the first 3 days. So I always try to get twice what I need because I'm still like excited.
Yes, because right in the beginning and any time that you can, I'll always be like, one more 15-minute sprint, one more 15-minute sprint. I'll just try and throw them in throughout the day, and yeah.
Right. And another thing that I do, and this is my opinion, but I will stop my word production if I feel like my word production isn't getting me through my story.
Right.
So I go back to my beat sheet where I have all 15 things, and if I am writing and I am not getting out of the catalyst, say, then that is not going to produce a novel. So I will stop. I will brainstorm how to get into the next section, which would be fun and games in this case.
And get there.
And then I will
start writing that. You can always come back and transition later, cut all that crap that you wrote at the beginning.
And then I just move on, even if I don't know how I'm going to
Are you doing Nano this year?
Well, I was
really gonna
supposed
do it?
to. Well, the thing is, I have a novella that I had to get that done.
And the book deal. I think I'm actually doing it, and I'm a little bit unprepared. So those of you who are still feeling freaked out and unprepared, you can be with me. Maybe I'll post some little Facebook Lives over the next few days, just because I'm going to be grinding out that last get it ready.
I want to start by
November
November 8th. I was supposed to start in my novella every day. I think today's the day where I'm going to end my novella, but I still have a whole chapter and a half to write. So, and that I'm not super fast. So, anyway, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're going to let you guys go. You guys can see my page. I have 2 pages. Unfortunately, we were trying so hard to get everybody on, and we weren't doing it right. What I did was only post to Jennifer Gilson, who got a private webinar for 2 webinars, which is totally awesome. So there are 2 webinars on my author page, and there are 3 now webinars on my personal page. You're welcome to watch all of them, and all of them will show up in about an hour or so on my website. So thank you so much.
Thanks, you guys. Good luck at NaNoWriMo.
Have fun with it.